Hey guys, it's Tarkus from TarkhisGaming. Today I'm going to show you how to make some logic gates with Redstone. These are things that everybody should know, and some people do know them, they just don't realize it. But no matter whether you're an expert with Redstone or you're just a beginner, these are things you should know, because if you're watching a tutorial or you're just trying to build something, these are the fundamental things that are going to get you somewhere. The first two I'm just going to fly through because they're very, very simple. Everyone knows them, they just don't realize they do. So first thing is a NOT gate. What that means is that if the input is not on, then the output will be on. So all you have to do, have some redstone come into a block, torch on the other side of the block or on top of it, however you want to do it, redstone coming out, and that's it. So if you have an input over here, turn it on, the output goes off, and that's that. That is a NOT gate. Very similar, you can go ahead and have an OR gate. This means that if any of these inputs are on, then the output will be on. So that's as simple as putting some redstone together, turn one input on, the output's on, turn this one on, or if you turn them both on, and that is an OR gate. Those are the two very, very simple ones I'm just going to fly through. The next few I'm going to actually go into a bit more detail. The next one is a negative OR. So if I take this OR gate, all I'm going to have to do is take out these wires and have all the wires going into a single block like this. On the other side, I'm going to have a redstone torch with some redstone coming out of it. So now we have three inputs and one output. This is called a negative OR. So what that means is it's the opposite of an OR switch. So before on an OR switch, we had if you turn any of these on, the output will be on. Now, if we have all these off, the output will be on. But as soon as one of them comes on, the output goes off. Or if we have two on, or if we have all of them off. So that right there is a negative OR switch. Next up, we're going to do an AND switch. So this is again very simple. You have two inputs coming in, like so. Going into redstone, like so. Hook that up, and then all it is, you hook up the two redstone torches on top, and then you have one redstone torch coming out of there. So it's two inputs, redstone torch on top, redstone connecting them, and on that middle block you want a redstone torch on the other side. So now what this does is this is an AND switch. So in order for this to work, you need this input and this input, and then the output will come on. If you turn one of them off, then the output goes off. Simple enough. So now, similar to the last one, what we're going to do next is a negative AND switch. And of course, it's just the opposite of this one. So in the same way that all we did is replaced the redstone connection with a torch, we're going to do the same here. So rather than having a torch here, we're going to go ahead and put redstone. And now this is a negative AND switch. So here they're both on, which on an AND switch would have them on, but on this has it off. And if you do anything else, you turn one of them off, then it's on, turn them both off, it's on, whatever you want. So again, negative AND switch, the opposite of an AND switch, and a negative OR switch is the opposite of an OR switch. Now moving on to a bit more complicated ones. So the next one we're going to do is an exclusive OR. What that means is if one switch is on, one input is on, or the other one is on, but not both. Another way to say that is that the inputs are different. One's on, one's not, vice versa. Starts off the exact same way as the AND switch, so you start with a line and a redstone torch above each of the inputs. Now this is where it changes. So on top of these torches, you're going to want a block on top of each and a block in the middle as well. Go ahead and place 3 blocks in front. So now you have this shape, and then you can place a piece of redstone in between them with a torch on the front, redstone on each corner, and then a redstone torch in front of the redstone wire there, and then in the middle just run your output. Make sure it's connected to both these torches. So now this is an exclusive OR. So right now the inputs are the same, which means if I turn one on, now it's going to work. However, if I come over to this side and I turn on this one, you'll see it's now turned off. If I turn off the original one, back on. So this one works only if the inputs are different. Alright, moving on. So I have one more I'm going to show you today, and it's the most complicated of the ones I've shown you, but it's still considered a basic logic gate. What it is, it's a negative exclusive OR. So it's the negative of this, so remember that means it's the opposite. So go ahead and start it the same. You're going to want 2 inputs. Oops. Going in like this with some redstone. And then across the front, you're going to want 3 blocks. Now what you're going to want to do is have 3 torches on the back side. So 1 torch on the back of each one. And then on the outside too, you're going to want to go ahead and place another block. And then on the back of each of these, you're going to want a redstone torch and redstone connecting those. So this is what it looks like from the front. Now you come back around to this side. What you're going to want to do is have redstone coming out of there. On each side, in front of those torches, you're going to want a redstone block with redstone in between. But you're going to want that broken, so have a redstone block, a block above that breaking the redstone with a torch on the other side. So now I'll move this out so we can see it a bit more when we're on the other side. And you'll see right now, both of these are off, which means the inputs are the same, which means it should be on because it is the negative of this one. This one was, if they are different, it's on. So this one's going to be, if they're the same, it's on. So right now it's the same, and they're on. If I turn one of these on, it goes off. If I turn the other one on, now they're the same again, it goes back on. Make them different, it goes back off. So these here are some basic logic gates that will help you with almost all of your builds. Thank you for watching, and I hope you subscribe.